So, as you've seen before, I only drew on this Spooky crossover outside, so I couldn't record directly. That would have been too complicated. But I did fill out most of the pages and like had the idea here, like the little sketch, and then sketched out everything I could. And we're like almost done with the drawings. I just have this that I added. That wasn't in my original idea because there was supposed to be like a living room scene with all of the characters, but I think that turning it into a picture would resonate with the Dark Anthology games better because, like there's always some clues that are laying around and that revolve around the past of the characters, especially in Until Dawn and the Quarry. So I feel like that would be a nice throwback to add an actual picture. And also, I didn't add, for the first time in the Spooky crossover, I didn't add any papers before, any decorations. So I'm going to spend a good amount of time once everything is sketched out to add some decoration. But yeah, so first I need to sketch out this picture with every character in it. I have a small ish space for that, but oh yeah, and also I need to finish Mitzi and Hyuna that are supposed to be here as well. So I need to finish those two and sketch out the character photo. So yeah, kind of like a tight space, but I think I can make it work. I found a pretty cool group pose reference that I can mix up with another reference and try and have something that would match the character energy. I don't know if I want to keep the usual alien stage duos. I kind of want to mix the character a tiny bit to have like maybe a bit more interactions. But yeah. Okay, so now that the sketch is pretty much done, so here's what I got so far. So I added those two little triangles of Sua and Luca's death, because I felt like it wasn't really, even though like they weren't in kind of like this final panel, I kind of like wanted to make it clear also that those three character that died. So it's Sua, Till, and Luca. And yeah, so for the picture, I got in a bit of trouble because I didn't have any space to fit Luca, so I just made the picture even more torn up and burned. But technically, he would be here, and like Till and him would kind of be fighting for the forefront of the picture, or like Luca would be the one actually taking the picture in selfie mode, and so it would just be kind of like in the background. But I didn't have space to fit this, so I made it kind of look burnt, but Luca would be here. Sadly, I couldn't fit him here. Oh, I just realized that I forgot this. Kind of like a sleepover onesie kind of thing. I wanted to put Ivan and Till in. And yeah, I just need to finish that because I'm not done actually. I am tempted to add a bit of a colored background, but I don't know where. I really don't know where it would work because I love the black and white pencil result so much that I don't know if I want to add any sort of color to it now. But I mean, it would look great, but I don't know where to add this. But washi tape, I think I'm sure I can use it. I need to stop tapping my pen on the sketchbook. Okay. Let me look at what stamps I have and let me look at what washi tapes I have. First of all, I really want to use this one for the picture because I feel like it could have a nice vintage picture tape look to it. I forgot what the camera was for a second when it's right in front of me. Okay, so yeah, this I could cut in like something. I could cut it manually to have this more rugged look, and I could just make it as if the picture is actually taped on the page. Those flower ones could work. I mean, it kind of looks like, oh my god, it is the, wait, it kind of looks like the Anak Garden flower in a way, like the anemonia, anemium. I forgot the name of that in English, to be fair. But it might be another type of flower that really resembles it. I'm gonna let this aside. And this one too, because I love how wintry it looks. Because everything that has this pattern of flowers makes me think of winter for some reason. And it also has the necked flower also as well on it. So I'm gonna keep those close by this one too. This plaid one could work well as well, I feel. And perhaps using, as for the inks, I think I'll go with a nice black ink and this blue. That could be cool to match also with those washi tapes. So I feel like we have a pretty good selection. I'm going to try and fit all of that into the page now, because the Dark Anthology games kind of are, I mean, Until Dawn had, like, the original version, not the remake, had a very heavily blue tint. So, if I'm not mistaken, but I feel like it had like some sort of blue filter or color correction thing going on. So I'm gonna try and use this marker, and also I guess this nice lavender. Those two could be well for the death scenes, because even though I said the contrary like 10 minutes ago, I feel like those death scenes could use a bit of color, and I would have 2 blocks colored in. That could be nice. Okay, so let's do it, shall we? So we are done. I'm going to walk you through each panel of the page as usual to try and explain the vision behind this. But now that I realize, I actually think that in each of these pages, the real challenge is to fit both the referenced show or media or game with its essential, I guess, motifs and recognizable features, and make it fit into one page at the same time, which is kind of challenging now that I think about it. I hope that I did the best job I could every time. So here we have the picture of Mitzi, Ivan, Hyuna, Sua, and Tel. And look at us missing from the picture, as I explained earlier. And this is kind of like a reference to the items you find in the dark anthology games, and usually they are from the character's past, and kind of like explain the bond between each of them. So I feel like a cute little group picture would be kind of cute together. And also I mixed up the duos a little bit because I think that would be interesting, because I have a lot of representation of like the main duo, so I put everyone in a different position this time, which is kind of cute. So here at the top we have Mitzi and Sua, and Mitzi actually found a premonition of Sua's death, because premonitions are really important in the Dark Picture anthology games, so I wanted to make a small nod to that. But Sua's kind of worried, and Mitzi doesn't want to tell her about it, kind of like a reference to how both of them didn't really communicate very well in Alien Stage, and both of them kind of kept a lot to themselves, and even though they know that death was coming, they didn't really want to talk about the elephant in the room and address it. So here we have Ivan and Till that are in this little pajama party scene, because I wanted to reference that in Until Dawn and the Quarry, for example, they always set up kind of like the beginning scene of it when everything is normal. They are kind of the group all together trying to plan a party or something, and they start off with a scene with the whole group, so I wanted to capture that in the picture, and then put a little nod to that, implying that they would have a pajama party and have like a nice evening together before everything goes to shit, basically. Then we have this scene with, again, Ivan and Till. I feel like they would fit this because often there's like a duo of characters that are sent off to complete a task that was either in reaction to something weird already happening, or because there's something needed for said party, or to just advance the plot in some ways and advance the relationship between those two characters. And yeah, I felt like drawing them in this specific scenario because I feel like Ivan would have a lot of opportunities to annoy Till, and I feel like that would be kind of fun. And yeah, so here I put the little A and B button because of course the main things about those games is that you have quote-unquote choices, even though as someone who watched the let's plays of every Dark Picture anthology games in the broader sense, the choices you make kind of matter, but at the same time they're not like they're not the games where your choices actually matter the most. I feel like, yes, some of them have consequences and can lead to your character's death, but in terms of different scenarios, I feel like games like Detroit Become Human do it much more nicely. But that's just an opinion I have. But yeah, I put the choices here nonetheless because they are really representative of those types of games. So of course I needed to make a little nod to that. Here, as I was saying, it's kind of like a pivotal scene because Luca gets hurt, and it's the first instance of like the monster being present. And in these games, you kind of have, well, mostly Until Dawn, but what was the other Dark Picture anthology game where you had that? I guess maybe a little bit in The Devil in Me, which is not my favorite at all of those games. It was, you know, you had the debate of whereas the person that was hurting others was a killer or an entity, like supernatural specimen. So I guess that here I just went the entity and supernatural phenomenon way, because you know I wouldn't have any of those guys be against a serial killer. I mean, it's Alien stage. It's really based on, like, in the original series, the villains are aliens, are creatures. So I guess that was logical to go this way for this crossover. So it kind of sets the fact that if you get bitten by the creature, you turn, kind of like in Until Dawn and The Quarry, which I think are the best made and the best campy and well, actually, yeah, best made games in the Dark Pictures Anthology series. Okay, next we have so this is like the death panel, because in this version, Luca dies, Till dies, and so I flipped it from the original Alien stage endings. Yeah, spoiler for that, by the way. And Sua here still died, because I don't know. I like torturing myself and thinking that Sua just dies in every universes. So I wanted to do a little nod to that, because I really like this doomed Yuri perspective, and it hurts me. It hurts me. Like, don't be fooled. It hurts me as much as it hurts you to think that. But I like that. I like that. How do I say this? I like how it's depicted in the series and how people have made headcanons about this, because I feel like it fits Mizzy and Sua very well. It's like they love each other so much, but in the end, there's nothing that can save them. It's like pure definition of doomed, and I really like that. Anyways, so Mizzy still survives, and in this scenario, Ivan and Yuna survive as well. Basically, like, yeah, here Hyuna would get Luca would get shot by Hyuna because he was turning, and she would, I guess, Luca wouldn't ask for being shot, but I feel like they kind of know that it's the way that it should go in a way. And also, yeah, I was talking about the fact that the entity would be a mix between a vampire and a werewolf, because I made bite marks like a vampire but with teeth of a werewolf. So for Sua, she would die like in the premonition. She will die like fleeing from the creature, but not from the creature itself. She just would have felt very bad, because they're kind of in the lakes, a small city, a big house, lakeside, and it's colder weather because I gave them all jackets. So I would just die from a fall, kind of a nod to the death of what's her name, Beth, and forgot the name of the other girl, but like in the beginning of Until Dawn, because Until Dawn is like the staple of the series, so that's a nod to that. For Ivan and Till, so Ivan will be starting to turn, because he would have let himself be bitten by Till, because he wouldn't have it in himself to kill him, and Till would have been bitten by Luca at some point. I don't have a clear storyline as to how that would happen, but that would be why Till ends up being dead and possessed at the same time. And yeah, so here I wanted to include some sort of like betrayal scene, quote unquote, because in The Quarry and in Until Dawn, two characters that don't like each other very much. In Until Dawn, it was don't like each other very much is debatable for Until Dawn, but in The Quarry it was God, I forgot their names again. But basically in each of those games there's a scene where like in between humans they shoot each other because they're suspecting the other of turning, and they have to end them before they turn and get bitten as well. So here Mizzy would be like trying to stop Hyuna from shooting Ivan, but I feel like he wouldn't even care anymore. Oops. So he would let himself be killed by Hyuna, but even though Mizzy would be kind of not for it, but Hyuna is ready to, because she saw what it did to Luca, and she shot him for him not to have this fate. So yeah, and it's kind of reminiscent of Mizzy's and Yuna's conflict that was revealed in Karma. where they have different views on things, because Mizzy was really keen on trying to save X Until and wanting to go back to the alien stage to try and prevent them from dying from the stage, and Hyuna was more preoccupied towards the greater good of the survival of humanity. So it's kind of like, once again, their views subtly being against each other. So yeah, wanted to reference that in this scene. And yeah, so I feel overall that my use of the washi tape is not the best I could have done, but it actually adds a bit more color, because even though Until Dawn, the Dark Anthologies are more they tend to put some sort of filter over their games to make it look warm, or in the case of Until Dawn, very blue and icy. But the other games don't have the same tint as Until Dawn. They are more warm and almost vintagey looking, kind of like in a movie actually. And as for Alien Stage, it's a gruesome show, but they really have a lot of color in the videos, so I wanted to honor both of those color profiles, quote-unquote color profiles, by adding this very strong pink into like the backgrounds of the more joyous quote-unquote scenes, except for this one, because it's not really, well, those two scenes are not joyous as I explained before, but I wanted to add the pink in the more calm scenes, and add the blue and the more desaturated shades into the scene where the characters died. So here are the full page of the crossover, god damn it, of the crossover between Alien Stage and the Dark Picture anthology games, including Until Dawn and The Quarry more precisely. And yeah, I hope you like this crossover. I am very excited to be inking all of the three of them. I don't know, I have maybe a fourth one in the works, but it's not, I haven't drawn any ideas yet, and I'm hoping to release it before the end of November, because I have like other projects I want to work on for the channel. So I'll see if a fourth one can be made as well before I turn all of three of them in print. And I feel like if I ever do a print, digital coloring and print video, they would have all of the crossovers into one video, except of, again, one video per crossover, so that it will be easier to follow and not be too, it would not clog to the channel too much, because yeah, I made it enough of a series already, so yeah. But yeah, I hope you liked this one, and I can't wait to show you the next steps for those crossovers, and eventually a last one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to like or subscribe, and if you want to leave a comment, feel free to do so, and I can't wait to see you guys in another video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.